Okay, very good. What's going on, everybody? Just going to flip the screen around. Hope everybody's doing good. It's actually a relatively warm day here in Georgia, and so that makes me feel good because it's been freezing this week. So if you're out there, let me know where you're from. It's good to, oh, look at that, Goldgart's on. What's going on, Goldgart? I'm gonna see you in like, what, a couple of weeks. That's Brian Goldgart down in Port St. Lucie, Florida. He's a great instructor. If you're in Port St. Lucie, take a lesson from him. Brian, how you been, buddy? Let me know. You can comment. Guys, don't be shy to comment out there. Anyway, what we're gonna be going through today on this Periscope, I actually just made a video on it. It's gonna be on YouTube probably in a couple of weeks. But I just thought it'd be good to go over with you guys. It's 5 essential serve keys, okay? These are 5 keys you must have to develop what I like to think of as a, he's going, excited to see you. Excited to see you too, Brian. So I consider these 5 serve keys essential to having a healthy relationship with your serve, right? The serve, it's the one shot we can control in the game, right? We control it from beginning to end, but there's so many external factors going on out there. You got your opponent over there glaring at you in the face. He's looking all mean and intimidating, or she is. You know, you got the score to deal with, the scoring system, especially in the beginning. Some people are like just trying to keep track of the score, which can be intimidating. 30, 40, 40, 30, doesn't make any sense. Deuce, add. So you might be thinking of that if you're new to the game, like how do I keep track of the score? And then you probably are thinking about 50,000 tips your coach gave you as you're getting ready to walk up to the line. And so there's lots of things going on there. Maybe you're playing a league match and there's people outside the fence and it's in the tiebreaker and you know that they're watching every single bounce, every little thing you're doing. So it gets really hard then to do this by yourself. So you're gonna need some things that's gonna help you. That's gonna help you, really master your serve under pressure. And the first one we're gonna talk about is having a ritual. All right, now the first thing I want you to think about when you're playing a match, this is what I want you to stop doing. Okay, this is what I want you to stop doing. I'm gonna lower this so maybe you guys can see the baseline. All right, these periscopes are a little on the fly compared to making YouTube videos. Anyway, I'm back here, and I see too many people play one point, go to the next one. They're just going back and forth like a pinball machine, from side to side. Now, if you're playing great and winning every point, that's awesome. But let's say you're not. Let's say you hit a couple bad shots. Well, just like that, you're down love 30. So you want to learn how to use time on your side. So I want you, first thing I want you to do after every point is get used to it. Get off this. Get out of the battlefield, right? That's the battlefield. Get off the battlefield and come back to your sanctuary. Get back towards the fence. That's the first thing I want you to do to develop a ritual of your serving rhythm games, is to get off of the playing field, get back towards the fence. You got things you can do back here, tools that can help you. You can get your towel and towel off. You can go to your strings and look at your strings, right? And as you're doing this, you're just kind of calming down from the last point, whether it was good, bad, or just kind of neutral. But in tennis, it's either usually good or bad, right? So you're just kind of getting over that last point, all right? Trying to stay even keel. This will help you back here. Now, before you walk back up there, I want you to think of what you're going to be doing for the next point. And it doesn't have to be a huge game plan. It could be a simple thing like, well, I'm serving well today and I've got my out wide serves really working. I'm a lefty, so my out wide serves working. They're not returning the backhand well, hitting some good volleys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to serve out wide and I'm going to serve and volley. So I'm going to serve out wide and hopefully volley to the open court and the point will be over. That's my plan for this next point. So now I'm going to come back up here. So guys, if you're just joining us, what we're doing right now is we're going over 5 essential serve keys to have a healthy relationship with your serve. So we're working on a ritual. Now I'm coming up here and I want you to bounce the ball. I want you first look at your target, think about your target, see it, imagine it in your mind, see it going in, and then anywhere from 2 to 6 bounces, unless we're Novak Djokovic who gets away with 18 bounces. Let's do 2 to 6 bounces. I like 4, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to then look at my target one more time before I go into my serve. And I'm going to do that same ritual each and every point. Whether I'm tired or not, I'm still going to go back to the fence. I'm going to go through those rituals so I can start to develop some confidence and some calm and some focus on my serve. The next thing I want you to do, guys, is have a good target, okay? So many people when they're serving, and we'll put it back here so you can see the box, right? So if you can see the box behind me, I ask people all the time, where are you aiming when you go to serve? And like, well, Pete, I'm just trying to get it in the darn box. You know, I'm not, this is a common answer I get all the time, and let me know if you've ever said this to your coach. I'm not good enough to aim my serve. I just, if I get it in, I'm happy. Well, that's part of your problem right there. That might be a reason why you're missing a lot of serves, is if you're just getting it in, you're happy. Well, if you've got this big, broad target over there, and if you don't hit your target, guess what? The ball is out. See, the ball is out, all right? But let's say I'm going to hit my serve, and I'm gonna aim. I don't know if you guys can see, but there's a quick start line. It's a faded green line, all right? Right towards the sideline over there, but still in the box. I'm gonna aim for that green line, and let's see if I can make it in the box. I'm just gonna tap it, and not gonna hit a big serve. All right, so here I am, aiming for that green line. Now, here's the thing. Did I hit the green line? No. Was I fairly close? A little bit, but the good news is the serve went in the box. Okay, so the more specific you can make that target in your box over there, rather than just I'm gonna try and hit in the box, the more serves you're gonna make. Does that make sense? So there we go. Now we've got 2 essential ingredients into developing a healthy relationship with our serve. I hope you guys like this. If you like this, you can pump some hearts. So if you're new to Periscope and you want to say, hey Pete, you're doing a good job, you can pump hearts. You can swipe the screen if you want to share it with other tennis people out there. I would love that, all right? So now, let's go on to number 3. Number 3 is you got to know your serve. This is going to sound weird, but you got to know your serve intimately, okay? And what I mean by that, great advice. Golgart likes it. You're my man, Golgart. Got to know your serve intimately. Hey, it's Turkey. Hey, buddy. How are you? Nice to see you on the call. You got to know your serve intimately. And what I mean by that is you've got to really know all the strengths and weaknesses of your serve. You got to know what spins you can hit and what spins you can't, and where your favorite part of the box is, about how hard you can hit it. And by knowing all those things, and another thing I want you to know is I want you to really be able to feel. See, I think this is a big part of it. I'll be right back. I think a big part of knowing your serve intimately is starting to really feel the different, grips you can have on the ball with your strings. I think of the ball, when I'm hitting my serve, I'm thinking of actually gripping the ball with my serve. And that gives me kind of self-confidence. That gives me self-belief that if I can feel that ball grabbing the strings, that allows me to swing confidently on my slice serve. That allows me to swing confidently on my kick serve, and then even feeling the flat serve, feeling those strings, so it will be a lot less, but feeling those strings kind of grab the ball on the what all those different feels, what they feel like when you want to do those different serves. You got to really know those feelings to be able to start to master your serve, and that's a key ingredient. Okay, so if you're just joining us, what we've got so far, we're going through 5 essential keys on your serve to develop a healthy relationship with your serve. Number 1 is you got to have rituals. Number 2 is you got to have a good target. Number 3 is you got to know your serve intimately. You got to know about how hard you can hit it. You got to know what spins you're able to put on the ball. And then another big thing is you got to be able to feel the ball on your strings. I think that's a big part, being able to feel the gripping of the ball on your strings. And then number 4, this is a good one. This is huge. So if you don't get anything else out of this video today, I want you to get this. You need to have what I like to think of as a 30-all serve. It's kind of like your Goldilocks serve. It's not too hard, it's not too soft, it's just right. You can put it in about 70% of the time. And what I mean by a 30-all serve is if it's ever a big point in the match. Now, 30-all in general is always a big swing point, so that's always an important point. But there's other 30-all points, you know, being down 30-40. You know, that's a serve you got to make, or deuce, you know, things like that. These are all very important points that you want to win, and you want to make sure that you know a serve you have that you can make about 70% of the time. And a bonus is if you have a serve that you can make 70% of the time that also puts your opponent in trouble. So for me, even though the score is not 30-all, a very good 30-all serve I have is on the ad side, out wide. I know if I'm serving ad in or if it's a break point, most of the time I'm going to go for that out wide serve. I can make it about 70% of the time, and it usually gives me a nice setup. So a lot of times I'll be serving volleying or staying back and moving around my backhand to hit a forehand to the open court. These are things I'm having in mind before the point even starts. So it's very, very important to have this. Okay, hopefully you guys are liking this. The last one, this is very, very important. Essential key number 5 is be a tennis doctor. You have to be your own tennis doctor. This is one that a lot of recreational players are guilty of. Is you love taking your lessons and you miss a serve and you rely on your coach to keep telling you what you're doing wrong. You know, oh, that serve went in the net, keep your head up. Oh, that serve went long, you know, maybe don't toss the ball so far behind you, throw it a little more out in front, and you're getting this advice from your coach, and then you're doing it right there on the court with your coach, and then you're correcting it, going, oh cool, yeah, that went in, that was good advice, coach. But you're not really taking that information in and processing it and going, okay, when I get out on the court, this is all data that I need to know, and I need to know it stone cold. So if I'm hitting the serve in the net, most likely my tossing arm and my head are dropping. So the next time I hit that ball in the net, I don't get frustrated, I don't get upset, I don't get lost in what's happening. I go, I need to keep my head up and keep my arm up, and that ball will go in. If I'm missing my serve wide, most likely my shoulders are rotating too soon or too late, because this is a big steering wheel on your serve and can control the direction as far as if the serve is where it's landing in the box and it's going wide on either side. So these are things I want you to think about and get them all stored up here, so when you go play your next match, you have these 5 essential ingredients. I'm going to review them one more time for you all. Here they are. The 5 essential ingredients for developing a healthy relationship with your serve is, number 1, you got a good ritual, okay, that helps you stay focused and relaxed. Remember, I like you to start getting back towards the fence right away. Number 2 is you got a good target. You're just not aiming for the box, you're aiming for a specific part of the box. Number 3 is you really know your serve. You know your serve intimately, you know how hard you can hit it, you know what spins you have started to master, all that kind of stuff, and you're able to really feel that ball grab the strings. Number 3 is you have a 30-all serve, okay? And that's basically a serve that you can make 70% of the time, and you know where it's going, and you can pretty much rely on an easy return. And finally, be your own tennis doctor. Be able to correct yourself when you're going out there and playing. I see that I have my next lesson here. He's a troublemaker, so we're going to be signing off right now on this Periscope. All right, this is Pete from Crunch Time Coaching, signing off. If you're not following me yet on Periscope, please follow me so you can get all. I'm just going to be doing tennis lessons on here, maybe some fitness stuff, and you guys have a great day.